no matter which bully breed you go with. They're great family dogs. They're great protectors. They're great we call ours big snuggle bunny. So, but you do your research, and as long as you do your research, you'll be fine.
I think for anybody that wants to get into breeding, they should understand why they want to get into breeding. And, if it's to make money or to just have puppies, I think those are the wrong reasons. I think if you're going to get into breeding, you should do it to better the breed, and you should do it because you have a genuine love for these animals.
You got to understand that it takes time in these animals. So you can't just get one and just leave it somewhere. You gotta spend a lot of time and effort.
Hello, welcome to Bully Girl Magazine Podcast. I'm Gigi, your host, and today I'm with some very special guests, Bull Barbie, Holly and Antoine from Tillman Taylor Kennels. They are both featured in our last issue 109, and Quincy from Scholar Kennels featured in our upcoming issue 110. Hello guys, thanks for joining.
How you doing?
Thank you.
Hey, thanks for having us.
We are so excited. Congratulations on being featured in Bully Girl Magazine. Yay! Woo, woo, woo. And I can see you're all with puppies. Could you please introduce your puppies? Let's start with Bull Barbie.
Hey guys, I'm Bull Barbie, and this is one of our studs, Party Bus. We just talked about him in my interview, so you guys can learn more about him and how we produced him.
That's great. Holly and Antoine, please, those babies.
These are two puppies we have off of Dead Boy. He's the one featured on the cover of the magazine. And these are two females that we're keeping off of him.
Oh my, they'll be famous at the cover of the magazine. I love that. And Quincy, introduce us to your baby. That's a small baby.
This is Sincere. She was born off of Creed and Shuri.
I love the name Sincere. I love that. Okay, guys. So tell us, how did you first come into contact with Bully Girl Magazine, where you're featured? Yay. Let's start with Bull Barbie.
My first contact with Bully Girl Magazine, somebody reached out to me on Instagram, asked if I wanted to do an interview, to which I, of course, said yes. And then that interview was published on their website. They reached out again, asked if I would send just some more pictures of my dogs from my kennel. And then they reached out a third time and asked if I would be on the podcast. So it's been very exciting, and I'm so happy to be a part of this.
We're so happy too. How about Holly and Antoine?
About 4 or 5 years ago, Bauhaus, the great-grandfather of these puppies and the grandfather of Doughboy was on the cover of the magazine. And then we got interviewed again and just kept it going with the bloodline getting featured.
That's great. That's great. And what about you, Quincy?
A little bit different from everybody else. Bully Girl Magazine, I got first interaction with them was personally with the owner. We became friends working with at dog shows, and from there, our relationship just kind of grew and continued to do work with them and Corso Nation magazine that's coming up. So
I love that. So next question, how did you first fall in love with bully breed dogs? Let's go with you, Holly and Antoine.
First, I started out with Tipples, and then eventually learned more about American Bully, started showing them, and just kind of developed certain lines that I liked the best and went with that and kept reading them. Been about 7-8 years now.
Similar story like the pit bulls, and kind of graduated to bullies for a lower temperament and more relaxed dog.
I like that. So many years. And those babies, they look so cute. Are they asleep? I think they are asleep.
This one is.
I just want to snuggle with them. Okay, what about you, Bull Barbie?
About 8 years ago, my fiance at the time and I got into the bully breed through some friends who were breeders. And we just instantly fell in love with their temperament, their personality. We started with pocket bullies, and I quickly realized I just wanted a purse dog. So that's what got us into hybrid bulls and exotic bullies, as well as French bulldogs.
I love that. So what about you, Quincy?
Back in around 2007, 2008, I started with pit bulls. Bred those for a couple of years, and then I went to boxers because I'm in the military, and pit bulls couldn't be taken everywhere. Boxers were a little bit too energetic for me, and just was talking to someone about Cane Corsos. One of my soldiers, he was telling me about Cane Corsos, and they were my happy medium. Like they're protective like pit bulls and great family dogs. So that's how I became a bully fan.
Thank you for your service.
Thanks for your support.
Of course.
I love that. So, Quincy, what would be your best advice to give somebody who's looking to start breeding bully breed dogs?
Do your research. Do your research. Make sure the breed is for you. They're great family dogs. No matter which bully breed you go with, they're great family dogs. They're great protectors. They're great we call ours big snuggle bunny. So, but you do your research, and as long as you do your research, you'll be fine.
That's great advice. What about you, Will Barbie?
I think for anybody that wants to get into breeding, they should understand why they want to get into breeding. And, if it's to make money or to just have puppies, I think those are the wrong reasons. I think if you're going to get into breeding, you should do it to better the breed, and you should do it because you have a genuine love for these animals and you want to care for them and create some just beautiful, healthy dogs.
I love that. And what about you, Holly and Antoine? What do you think, guys?
You're just finding a quality breeder with like the bloodlines or the look you're looking for, the temperament that's going to mentor you through the process.
Antoine?
I believe you gotta understand that it takes time in these animals. So you can't just get one and just leave it somewhere. You gotta spend a lot of time and effort. So make sure you have a lot of time before you buy one.
Yeah, it's a full-time job.
Right, big responsibility and a lot of work, right?
Oh yes,
yeah, a lot of work.
More work than anybody could imagine.
You need to plan if you want to travel or anything. You can just leave. So, whenever you have a dog too, right? That's also
it's smart to have a kennel hand, somebody who works with and knows your dogs routinely, rather than just having somebody come babysit. If you want to leave, you really need to have a trusted person that knows the ins and outs of each and every dog in your program in order to be able to go anywhere.
Right. I love that, yeah. What's the craziest story that you had in your bully breed journey? For example, something from a buyer, dog show, litter of puppies, anything. Craziest story. Who would like to start?
I guess I'll start. No, you could go ahead.
All right. Well, there's a vet that we go to. It's probably about 3 hours from where we stay, and we had a dog that started having puppies before her due date. So we was trying to get down the highway as fast and safely as possible, but we ended up getting pulled over, and it was probably like 15 miles from the vet, and the police ended up giving us an escort the rest of the way.
Like we got puppies coming in the back.
In the movies.
Oh, yes.
I can imagine the chasing scene, but not chasing, Oh, right. That's
we've been in and out of traffic.
Crazy. Yeah. So did you get there in time?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh,
yes,
my.
We got there. She had 2 more puppies to deliver by the time she got there. She had a litter of 7. So she had them pushed out 5 by the time we made it to the vet.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my. What a
Were they all okay?
Yes, ma'am.
They were all okay? Good.
Yes, ma'am.
That's amazing. That's amazing story. Oh my. Oof. I got nervous just thinking about it. They're coming out and the police, and what do you tell them? Okay. Which other stories? Tell us. Yeah. Oh my. Imagine that situation. Okay. I'm happy you all got there in time and they were all safe. What about you, Quincy? Crazy story?
No, I don't really have any real crazy story. I guess the craziest story that we have is one of our females. She was pregnant with puppies, and we really didn't know because she was a pretty big girl. She was around 160 for a Corso, and
Wow.
we didn't know she was pregnant. And she was just walking through the house, and a puppy dropped out. We like, she was pregnant. So, needless to say, she had 15 puppies, and they all did well. That's the crazy.
15.
Puppies.
Yeah.
And you didn't know she was pregnant? That's crazy. She must be real big.
Yeah, she was a pretty big girl.
Wow. That's
Big
wild.
surprise. Suddenly, 15 puppies. Boom. There you go.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a
Okay.
good story.
That's a great story. So, sorry, Holly, did you have another story? Or
No.
were you...
No.
That was more than enough, let me tell you. That was an amazing story. Okay, what about you, Bull Barbie? Tell us your story.
Yeah, it's hard to compete with those crazy stories. I think earlier, I guess I must have told you my crazy story already, but I will definitely recap.
Yeah.
So Party Bus here, he got a really huge offer. I'm a model. I've been a model for over 10 years. So a lot of my clientele are people in the industry, rappers, music producers, things like that. So I had been bringing Party Bus and his brother Yeti, who I sold at the beginning of last year, to these photo shoots with me. And my manager just fell in love with Party Bus, and he gave me an offer I just couldn't refuse. And he put down a $50,000 deposit on him. And then about a month later, he had to back out of the sale due to some family issues. So he left me with the deposit, he left me with the dog, and he said he would be back for another puppy in the future. So I think that's definitely the craziest story. Getting to keep that amount of money and also getting to keep Party Bus was crazy.
We love a dog that pays the bills. Listen. He's a
He
hard
bought my
worker.
house. He bought my house.
That's
You're a good boy.
Oh my, that's amazing. An amazing story. I loved all your stories. I don't know what I would have done in those situations. Getting pulled over by the police, having 15 puppies in a sack, getting my dog to get me a house. That would be just amazing. So listen, guys, we are so excited to have you here. Tell us, how can people reach you when they want to get a puppy, or if they want to know more about you? Whoever wants to start first.
So you guys can reach me on Instagram at the Bull Barbie, or at Itty Bitty Bulls is the kennel page, or Facebook Bull Barbie, and then our website is ittybittybulls.com.
Yeah, Quincy.
Well, I can be reached at scholarscanecorso.com on the internet, of course, and you can leave your information there, or Instagram at Scholars Cane Corso.
I love that. And Holly and Antoine.
We're on Instagram and on Facebook as Tillman Taylor Kennels. We also have a website, tillmantaylorsKennels.com. Phone number 717-781-083. And I'm also on Facebook, Holly Tillman.
That's great. And if you want to know more about them, you can get our issue 109, where they are featured. So Holly and Antoine's got the cover, and we have the model right here. Can we have a close-up of all the puppies? Would that be possible? Oh my. Oh my. I'm taking a snap of this. Look at those babies. Oh, they're gorgeous. Thank you, guys. They look great. Okay, so we're super happy that we had you here today, and we're super happy to have you on the issue. So thank you. Thanks everyone for watching. Don't forget to follow Bully Girl Mag on Instagram. Visit BGM Warehouse to get some awesome bully breed apparel. And don't forget to purchase the latest issue of Bully Girl Magazine. Thank you so much for joining, and see you next time. Goodbye, guys.
Hi, thanks, Gigi.
Bye.